Hi, welcome to Senko Computer Systems DIS application screencast. After the screencast, you should have a basic understanding and overview of the system. We won't go over any of the specific modules in the screencast. We'll leave those to the screencast we've created for each of our separate modules. So for now, we're just going to go over the basic maneuverability and general overview of the DIS application. So the first thing that you need to do is open up your Internet Explorer browser, which I already have open, and type in the following URL: www.senkosystems.com/DIS client/DIS application. Now, if you're looking at the screencast, most likely I've already sent you the link. If not, then you can just type it in, but make sure you type in exactly as you see it here with the DIS client and the DIS application case exactly as you see it here. So once you do that, what should happen is this page should open up and you should have a run button. If you click on that run button, what it's going to do is it's going to check to see if you have the latest version of the application. If you do, it'll just open up the application. If not, it's going to download the latest version of the application. Now this download process takes roughly about 1 to 3 minutes depending on how fast your internet connection is. So I'm going to click on run, and it's going to verify that I have the latest version, and I know I have the latest version, so it just opened up the application. So at this stage, you would just type in your login credentials, which I should have sent you in an email. So I'm going to type in my login credentials. And I'm just going to hit enter, or I can just click OK. And also, I've probably also sent you the server that you should be logged into. So I'm going to hit OK, and what's going to happen is it's going to log me in, and it successfully logged me in. And at this stage, I have the ability to select the company that I want to log into. So if you have multiple companies, you should be able to drop this drop down box, and you should see the different companies that you can log into. But for now, we're just going to go into the test company that I have on this system. So I'm going to click on OK, and I've logged into the system, and it opened up the start page. And in the start page, it tells me basically the server that I'm logged into, the username that I'm logged in as, and also the current company that I'm logged into. In addition, there's a task list, and in there you should see all the different issues with the system. For example, it looks like in this test company we have some patients that with some demographic data that's either missing or invalid. I won't go into any of the specifics in here, but basically every morning you should be looking at this task list and making sure that it's basically empty. Now let's shift to the top of the screen and look at all the commands that are available to you. Let's click on the very first command, Patient Management. If I click on it, notice that a new tab is opened. It didn't close my start page, it's still there, and the way I can get to the start page is by clicking on the start page tab. So our system is tab based, meaning that each module that you open will create a separate tab. So I can go to Search Patient, go back and Start Page. So let's go into Search Patient, and let's search for a patient. Right now I don't know of an account number in this system, so I'm going to have to search by patient last name or patient first name, or I can just click on this search icon over here, and this will give me all the search options available for this module. So let's start off by searching by the last name, and I'm going to search for a patient that starts with PAS. I'm going to hit enter. It's going to go over the first name. I'm going to hit enter again. It's going to do a search. Notice that two results were returned back, a Pasha Steve and a Pasha Daniel. I'm going to say that I want to edit and modify patient Pasha Steve, which is patient 1001. So I can either double click on this, or I can hit the select button, or I can just hit enter. And voila, it opened up this patient, and notice that the tab changed from search patient to edit patient, and then the patient account number, which is 1001, and the patient last name, comma, first name. So if I click on patient management again, what's going to happen is another tab is opened, and notice that this tab says search patient. That's because this is in search mode. And if I click on this, notice I can maneuver between both of these. And as I maneuver between both of these, data is obviously populated within the screen. So let's go into the second tab, and let's say I want to search on someone else, PAS. I'm going to hit enter, and I want this Pasha Daniel. So I'm going to hit enter. So if we look at the top, we'll see that this tab, the current tab that we are on, it says edit patient, and it has a patient account number 1002 Pasha, comma, Daniel. I can click on this tab over here, and this brings up patient 1001 Pasha, comma, Steve. If I click on this tab, I'm at the start page. So if I'm at the start page, these two patients are still up and active on my screen. So if I click on this and click on this, it maneuvers between the different patient management screens that I have open and with the different patients that I have up. So at this stage, if I want to search on another patient, I have to clear the screen, and one way to clear it is to just click on the escape button on your keyboard. So if I click on escape, if I hit the escape key on your keyboard, notice that it clears the patient that I was working on, and also it changes the tab to search patient. If I hit escape one more time, it's going to close it. I can also close it by clicking this X button over here. So if I hit escape, it closed the button and it takes me to the start page. But notice that I still have this patient management module open, which is active on Pasha Daniel. So if I click on this, if I hit escape, it clears that patient. If I hit escape again, it closes the form. So we try to make this system as keyboard friendly as we could for a Windows-based system. So basically, we try to use all functions that we could on a keyboard. Again, let's go over this one more time. In order to open up patient management, you can click on it, and it'll take you to search patient. You have the option of searching by patient number. So now that I've already searched, I know that patient 1001 is Pasha Steve, so I can search on it. So 1001, I hit enter, it searches. If I hit escape, it clears it. If I hit escape again, it closes the form. So I'm going to open up patient management. I'm going to open up the scheduler. I'm going to open up charge entry. I'm going to open up payment adjustment entry. And notice that now I have all these tabs open. So I can be in patient demographics as well as in the appointment scheduler, as well as service charge entry and payment adjustment entry. So you can basically multitask. You can, if you get a phone call and you're in the middle of service charge entry, you can click on patient management, search on a patient, look at the data, answer your phone call, whatever you have to do without having to terminate what you were working on in service charge entry. So I hope this makes sense. Our system again is tab based, and we can close out each tab or each module by clicking the X button or the escape key. The escape key is on your keyboard. The X button is, or the close button is in the right hand side of each tab. So I'm going to hit escape to close this. I'm going to hit escape to close service charge entry. I'm going to hit escape to close the appointment scheduler. I'm going to hit escape to close to close patient management, and then I'm back to the start page. Okay, so we've gone over opening and closing each of the different modules. In addition, we've gone over how to maneuver between each of the different open modules. Now we're going to go over basically just closing and logging out the entire system. In order to do that, it's just one click, and that's this close button at the very top right hand corner of your screen. There's an X, and just like any other application like Word, Excel, so on and so forth, if you click on the X button, it'll log you off and close the entire system at the same time. So I'm going to do this, and notice that the application has been closed. So basically it automatically logged me off and it closed the system. In order to get back into the system, again, you'd have to bring up Internet Explorer. In the address bar, type in this URL over here, and then once you do that, you should be able to click on the Run button, and it should again open up the application and allow you to log in. That pretty much concludes this screencast. I hope you join us for the screencasts that are specific to each of the different modules, like appointment scheduling, patient management, so on and so forth. And we look forward to seeing you guys again. Thanks. Bye.